This particular wall is also very special to me because when I was thinking about my living room, I was thinking that usually people sit in the living room when guests come and they have different kinds of discussions. Mostly, many a time it happens that we tend to do gossip, talk about other people, what they're doing in their lives, what has happened in somebody else's life, and all those kinds of things. I usually tend to avoid such kind of discussions, and one of the reasons I have these quotes in this wall is like having them in this wall is like, okay, I'm having all this treatment in this particular room. So when if you are sitting and discussing, your mind will be impacted by the amount of energy these quotes would emit. I believe that. So I always have in the back of my mind, okay, these great men are also seated in this particular living room. So be aware of making gossips and having discussions on that level. Rather discuss ideas and creativities and discuss about life and let's travel from humanity to divinity. So the favorite quotes that I have, I have a lot of favorite quotes and I've tried to club 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's total 16 quotes in this particular one. This one is one particle of matter has all the energy in the universe at its back by Swami Vivekananda. This quote I love so much from my very childhood. Then Socrates also is another very great man that I admire so much. Other men live to eat while I eat to live. This is so classic quote and I just live by that quote. I resonate with this quote. Not because Socrates said, but okay, I just resonated, and since it is told by Socrates also, I'm super happy. Then this quote from Bible is also another great one. God grant me the serenity to accept what I cannot change, courage to change what I can, and wisdom to know the difference. This is so very important and it summarizes it all, right? We can change some things, we cannot change some things. Whatever we cannot change, let's have the serenity to accept it all, and what we can change, let's have the courage to change it all, and let's have the wisdom to understand what we can change and what we cannot. This row, a harmful truth is better than a useful lie. So very important. Truth imparts so many things in life. Until unless you experiment with truth, you will never come to know what truth can actually do in your life. This is said by Thomas Mann. Then merely to love is the sole request that true love has to ask. This is just unbelievable. Merely to love is the sole request that true love has to ask. By Swami Vivekananda. Swami Chetananda said, what you have is God's gift to you. What you do with what you have is your gift to God. Can I just imagine the quote? What you have is God's gift to you, and what you do with what you have is your gift to God. Unbelievable. This one is again one of my most favorite. Slave wants power to make slaves. Think about it. Slave wants power to make slaves. If you're trying to gain control over someone, but not the situation, only someone, then probably you need to look at this quote. I always try to look at this quote, you neither should get oppressed nor should try to oppress anyone. This is a very important quote in my life. I just believe it. One can't be spiritual until one has shame, contempt, fear. Another great one by Sri Ramakrishna Paramahansa, my guru by God's grace. So one can't be spiritual until one has shame, content, and fear. These are the three toxic traits that I believe and I understand. Lajja Bhrina Bhai Tin Thakte Noi is what in Bengali he uttered these words. We can discuss thoroughly in this particular quote later on. If you give rice, I'll eat today. If you teach me how to grow rice, I'll eat every day. Mahatma Gandhi. Absolutely amazing. Rabindranath Tagore, my all-time favorite. May I not advertise myself in my own work. May you fulfill your wishes through this life of mine. Such an amazing quote, right? May I not advertise myself in my own work. May you fulfill your wishes through this life of mine. Life cannot be better than this. If you think about life like this. The true test of a man's character is what he does when no one is watching. Okay, I am making this video when no one is watching. So probably I'm, in a relaxed mode. Though all of you are watching it, but at this moment no one is watching me. So the true test of a man's character is what he does when no one is watching. That's jokes apart. Mainly, you do not break rules. In the fear of the law and order of the state. Rather, you do not break rules because you think these are important. So this actually fits in for this one. This was said by John Owen, one of my another great, I am loving these kinds of quotes. The hand was made to give always by Swami Vivekananda. Very simple and very straightforward. Another one you cannot see down here, it's there. You can come to my home and click in there. It is by W.H. Davis. A poor life this is full of care. We have no time to stand and stare. Please stand and stare in this video. You have a lot to see here. And not just video, go outside and watch the trees, the plants, the flowers, the birds, the sky, the rain, the sun. There's so much that life has to offer. Then there's Charlie Chaplin's quote down there. Life is a tragedy when seen in a close-up, but a comedy in a long shot. Nice one. Then to do injustice is more disgraceful than to suffer it, by Plato. Plato is the student of Socrates. John Oden, another one. Ability may get you to the top, but it takes character to keep you there. Again, I'd never forget this quote. Ability or talent may get you to the top, but it takes character to keep you there. So, did you like this word? This one is very special to me because I have been able to, by God's grace, paint Srima Sarada Devi in this wall on my own. I did this on my own, and Srima Sarada Devi is the wife of my Guru Sri Ramakrishna Paramahansa. As you know, I have a very special relationship with her. Like, she feels like my own mother. I do not want to talk much more about it. It's very difficult, but I feel blessed that I got an opportunity to draw her in the wall, and to some extent I was able to, get her portrait done much well by God's grace. So yeah, and this is one of my most favorite quotes by her. I have this quote in my poetry book as well. I'll tell you one thing. If you want peace, do not find fault with others. Rather see your own faults. Learn to make the world your own. No one is a stranger, my child. The whole world is your own. I repeat, I tell you one thing: if you want peace, do not find fault with others. Rather, see your own fault. Learn to make the whole world your own. No one is a stranger, my child. The whole world is your own. Sri Srinath Sadhana. So, this particular one is my very favorite because I used to live my life with this thought, like you should always see your own fault and not somebody else's fault. But later on, in a particular episode of my life, I came across different kinds of experiences, and I realized the importance of that other quote that I was talking about: "Slave wants power to make more slaves, to make slaves. Slave wants power to make slaves." Swami Vivekananda. So again, if you do not look at the faults of others, how will you detect if somebody is a slave or not, and somebody is trying to make you their slaves or not? How will you know if somebody is trying to oppress you or not if you do not look at the faults? So this quote by Swami Vivekananda, this quote by Sri Srimad Sarada Devi, both in contrast but both by the divine grace, right? So neither can be wrong. Then I understood, by God's immense grace, there is a stark contrast. At the same time, both are true. How? Here, if you look at the second part of the particular quote, right? Learn to make the whole world your own. There comes the actual meaning. We recite in the first part that do not look at see the faults of others. But the main essence of this quote resides in learn to make the whole world your own. Meaning, when you see the whole world is your own, if they have faults as well, at that time also you will not have accurate. This is my cute tiny balcony. So I do not have much. I am planning to have grass here when maybe I'll shoot another separate video for home decors. At that time I'll show my balcony when I have all my things done for the gardening purpose. Also I have a small shade out there. Also I'm planning to have plants over there and flowers over there. But mainly this particular video focuses on the walls. So this particular wall is dedicated to, again, thought-provoking quotes by Swami Vivekananda, which relates to gardening, because I'll have garden in my balcony, but at the same time it talks about a lot of different kind of aspects of human existence. A sapling must be hedged about for protection, but when it becomes a hedge would be a hindrance. I repeat, a sapling must be hedged about for protection. This is the disciplining phase when you discipline a child, when you discipline yourself. You cannot discipline yourself when you are a child, your parents will. So a sapling must be hedged about for protection, right? Otherwise cows and goats will come and eat you up. Discipline is required. Boundaries are required. That will be established by your parents. But when it becomes a tree, a hedge would be a hindrance. So when you are grown up, remove the hedges. Parents need to remove the hedges, because otherwise it will hinder the growth of the plant to a tree. So this is very important. If you do not do this, then this becomes oppression. You are oppressing the growth. So this plant tree matches with the garden thing of my balcony, and this message has to come. And these birds are on the branches, so I want to have some bird feeder also over here, so those things combined together gives me a very happy place in this corner. And I sit here and look at Gautam Buddha and this painting done again by Sandhya Pramanik ji. She drew this Gautam Buddha on the wall, and I just had him in this part because I wanted to sit here and to contemplate and meditate. This can be a nice spot. And these are my lights, and this is my beautiful curtain to help save my balcony from rain. Can I sit here?